Yeah.
Come on up, sir. Is it De Los Santos, you said?
Yes, it was under stop and close
Yes, page
on the
19.
docket, but it's.
I see it. Got it. All right, Mr. De Los Santos, you're charged with driving while intoxicated.
Right here's your first big courtroom reality check. The judge isn't dramatizing when she lists jail time and a $4,000 fine. High-blow DWI cases get treated seriously because the prosecution barely needs to prove impairment when the numbers speak for themselves. Quick question for the viewers. Should an admission like this, drinking until 4 a.m., automatically lock in probable cause? Or should the context still matter?
You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 9th, 2025, at approximately 6:34 a.m., an officer responded to a major accident on the 6100th block of North Fry Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the witness, who was traveling south on North Fry Road and stopped at an intersection of West Little York Road, and he began to drive. When the light turned green, he was struck from behind. He exited his motor vehicle and observed the defendant in the driver's seat. The officer observed rear damage to the witness's motor vehicle. The witness stated the defendant was transported to the hospital. The officer observed heavy front damage to the defendant's motor vehicle, but no closed or open containers in his motor vehicle. The officer made contact with the defendant at Katy Memorial for Mental Hospital. The defendant stated that on March 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. he was drinking at a friend's house. The defendant stated he drank until 4 a.m. the next morning. He admitted to driving under the influence, resulting in a major accident. The defendant had visible scrapes and injuries on his face, arms, and legs. The officer observed the strong odor of alcohol upon his breath, red bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. SFSTs were administered. 6 out of 6 were observed on the HGN. The walk and turn and one leg stand could not be conducted due to injuries. IVs, and the defendant had IVs, and the defendant was wearing a neck brace. The nurse checked his vitals and ensured the defendant was in good health to be discharged from the hospital. The defendant was read the DIC and agreed to a breath test. The results were 0.166 and 0.169.
How long from the time of the accident to the time that he goes to the hospital? Is it immediate?
So I don't believe it states what time the accident occurred and what time he was transported to EMS, or transported to the.
This is where the judge's antenna really goes up. Missing timestamps might sound minor, but in DWI cases, the timeline is everything. If officers can't show when the suspect was driving versus when they recorded the intoxication, the entire case can wobble. This moment right here is the judge saying, "I will not rubber stamp sloppy paperwork." Have you ever seen a judge call out a police report this bluntly?
Hospital, but it's before the officers were able to arrive on scene and do an investigation of the accident.
He doesn't write down what time the accident is? Do you have the OR?
Been a lot of that going on lately in Dennis.
I don't understand who's writing these reports.
I don't know, I thought intake was
No,
supposed
I
to
don't get it.
improve on January.
It's important to know how long it takes him to get to the hospital, right? And then I guess he's discharged immediately after he gets to the hospital. I mean, that can't be because he does, how long does it take to get into an emergency room? It takes forever. When I have a family member that goes to the hospital, it takes 12 hours just to get seen.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he blows a 16 after. I mean, I don't know, look, I'll give you a little bit of time. Take a look to see.
And hopefully the office report can clear it up. We don't have that back yet. Correct.
I just want to know that there's not a disconnect. Like it doesn't take 12 hours to get from here to here because you know how long it takes to get to hospitals and it's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to put it on hold for now because we got a whole.
Just today or?
No. Later, like I'll give him a couple, like maybe an hour or so. Do you have anywhere else to go?
I have plenty of places to go.
Yeah, I bet. So go do what you need to do. Come back. Let's revisit PC in a little bit. Will you? Please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Take a seat. You're in the juror box. Don't leave. And then I think that we need to do a name change. because they have it under Santos, but his name is De Los Santos. De Los Santos is the last name, not just Santos. Nathan, and it's De Los Santos.
That's correct. All three separate.
Do a name change. Right, but it starts with De Los Santos, right? So that's, yeah, we're gonna do a name change.
So we do have an office support back.
Okay. Are you ready now, or do you want some time to look?
Can we have? Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion? Based upon the offense report not having any, go ahead and stand here, and the DIMS report not having the information that they're seeking, I think at this time, no probable cause finding is appropriate. However, it's my understanding that Chief Pace, since I trained him, will probably go and figure out all these facts and get it refiled correctly.
I wanted to give you a little bit of time, if, you know,
Contact the officer.
huh?
I'm gonna contact the officer.
And we
I
already
didn't want to go
have,
that far. I wanted to just see what the report has.
And the.
You know, because you being able to go contact the officers a little bit just beyond this, you know, because it's not fair to them. But what I'm looking for is how long it takes from the accident to get to the hospital, you know, to see, is it him that's driving? Is he intoxicated at the time of driving? Because that's what it calls for, right? That's what we need to know. So if you can just take a look real quick, go do what you need to do, come back maybe like 45 minutes. I just want to know what the timing.
I was just gonna suggest, we already have a date of 4/14, that they can get this done in the interim and not have to scramble today with 50 other arraignments. That's all I was suggesting.
And
But it's up to the court.
looking at the OR, the timeline is not.
It's not in
OR
there.
for that.
They put any time in the OR?
The times that I have is that
And there it is, the missing puzzle piece. The crash at 5:50 and hospital admission at 7 gives a pretty tight window, which is exactly what the judge needed to evaluate intoxication at the time of driving. This kind of timeline reconstruction is classic probable cause analysis. But notice how she isn't fully satisfied. The officer still didn't document the interview time. Viewers, should cases be delayed over incomplete reports, or should courts push forward and fix details later?
the witness said that they had been there since 6:30, sorry, I don't know what that is about, but, the only time that I have is that the blood sample was taken at,
Breath, right?
8.
Breath, right.
He didn't write down what time the accident happened? Or what time he gets on the scene? There's gotta be something, you know? Look at the MDTs, there's gotta be a time when.
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong offense report, Judge, I apologize.
It's okay.
I do have, based on the accident report, the crash time was 5:50 in the morning. And I'm not seeing, what we don't have your honor is, I think it's time.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned what time he gets to the hospital.
Yeah.
Crash occurs at 5 something in the morning.
Okay.
Does
And
he get
he's
to the-
admitted to the emergency room at 7 a.m., so it's roughly 1 hour after.
Well, he gets admitted at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, so we're about an hour and a half after the crash. What time does the officer get there? Start interviewing, do you know?
The crash is at 5:50 a.m. The officers transport the defendant in at 6, so 10 minutes later. And
They transport him to the hospispital?
yes, and
Okay.
then it's admitted in his emergency room at 7.
What time does the officer get there to start the interview? Mr. Beadle, I just want to know that everything is in close proximity, because if he gets there, he starts interviewing like 12 hours later, I'm gonna have a problem.
And I think the DIMS will probably be supplemented appropriately. I know how much business you have today. I see all the arraignments here sitting in the audience. I think that they will get it done by the 14th of April, which is what I already have the date for. But I leave it to the court's discretion. I'm fairly certain it's not in there. You're doing great, by the way.
Granted, I don't see a time, if it's needed to find a right to the hospital.
And the blood draws what time?
It's at,
For the breath test, sorry.
Which is weird in and of itself, Judge, because they said he couldn't do the one leg stand or the walk and turn.
Because
But then they took him off to another location to do a breath test. It's just kind of weird.
it doesn't say there.
you don't even have the time of the breath test?
I get it, no.
So it looks like if we're looking at her bond, I was going to ask you that would she would leave right to review it before considering paid.
What do you think?
We have a date for the 14th. I'm sure they'll do it before then. His appearance is waived anyway, so he doesn't have to be here.
Okay, so,
Do you want to put some potential conditions on
No, I
him,
never-
assuming? Okay,
so I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Any prior DWIs? And valid license?
No prior DWIs and his driver's license is valid.
Okay. As long as you have valid liability insurance and a Texas driver license, you may continue to drive. But if you don't have car insurance, do not drive. It is a condition of your bond. Don't consume alcohol. Don't use illegal drugs. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
I will waive your appearance while you're on bond in this court, but you must stay in touch with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging or you pick up a new case, all bets off. I will put you in jail. You
Absolutely.
understand? Okay. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll get you with Felicia for your bond condition, then you're free to go. All right. Mr. Beadle, always a pleasure. Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, ma'am.
On March 9th, at approximately 3:14 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving without taillights and swerving its own lane side to side. The officer observed the vehicle failed to maintain a single lane and merged into another lane, almost colliding with the vehicle in that lane. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, and she was identified by her Texas driver's license. The officer observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, blurred of speech, and odor of an alcoholic beverage on her breath and person. The defendant stated that she had 2 tequila drinks. SFSTs were conducted. This is 6 out of 6 on the HGN, 4 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were at 0.137 and a 0.132.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. You also look prior DWI's license, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, on the testing, what is that? If I can pass on that message.
Just random testing. No alcohol, no dope,
Okay.
illegal drugs.
Yeah, I guess just so I can pass it on, if there's a pattern of nothing, can he reapproach in the future?
Of course. It's gotta, I mean, don't come in 2 weeks though.
Okay. No.
Right. But yes, of course.
The license is eligible, no prior DWI.
Okay, so you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with them. They'll tell you when you have to come back to court. As long as you don't pick up any new cases, we'll be fine. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll get you with Felicia for your bond conditions, then you're free to go, man.
All right, thank you very much.